We all have expectations on the way we think life should go. We often will get disappointed or discouraged when things don't necessarily go the way we think they should. For example, 2020, this year, I bet we would all agree to some extent this hasn't been the way we thought this year would unfold. Now, we may not always say it out loud, but we may even kind of put some of that on God. Why would God allow the things to have happened this year that have happened? Now, we aren't the first ones to put these expectations on God and Him not meet them. The very first Christmas over 2,000 years ago didn't happen the way people expected. Mary, the mother of Jesus, was a young, pregnant Jewish teenager, not quite yet married. Now, she had Joseph, the man that she was engaged to be married to. She didn't have a lot of money and was living in a land occupied by the Roman government. Now, the Roman government decided they wanted a head count of all the people they were ruling at the time. So every family had to go to his or her hometown where they could officially be counted. So Mary, who was crazy pregnant, got on a donkey and had to travel to the town where Joseph was from since they were to be married soon. Now, once they got to Bethlehem, all the hotels, all the rooms, all the places they could possibly stay were booked. I guess you could say Joseph forgot to book an Airbnb or a hotel on Hotels.com. So here's Mary, super pregnant, super tired, nowhere to sleep. And as their luck would have it, Mary went into labor, had her baby in a dirty, unsanitized, smelly, nasty barn where animals were staying. In less than ideal situations, away from her family, not in a hospital, not in a comfortable bed, but in hay, in a barn with animals, Mary had her first child. No one expected that. Now, if I had been Mary or Joseph, I probably would have been like, really, God? Did you forget about us? Are you punishing us? Are you even there? We think like that because if God doesn't do what we think He should, if God doesn't behave like we expect Him, then it makes sense to assume that we've done something wrong or God just isn't who we thought He was. Now, I think that's part of the problem. I think there's a lot of assumptions that people have and that we have the way that others may view God. Now, who was God? What was God like? See, an angel showed up to tell Joseph exactly what God was like and exactly what God was going to be like when He arrived. The angel says this in Matthew chapter 1, verses 21 through 23. He says, "She will give birth to a son. You are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save people from their sins." All this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophet. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God with us. When Jesus was born, everyone was expecting a warrior, a king, someone to take charge. Their expectations didn't meet their reality. But the truth is, they got something better. They got a God that was with them, not in a palace, but in a barn. This meant He was an accessible, reachable God. He wasn't out of anyone's reach. God with them was an idea they didn't expect, but it was an idea that changed everything. God with us means no matter what, we are never alone. No matter our behavior, no matter our good days or our bad days, no matter our family situation or even our financial status. What I want you to remember is this: no matter what, God is with us. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. It started with Christmas, but it continues to be true because of Jesus' death on the cross and His resurrection and His leaving us the Holy Spirit to be with us forever. The Spirit of God lives in us as a reminder that we are never alone. When you think of God with us, it changes everything. It means no matter your reality, God is with you in it. Your family may seem dysfunctional. God is with you. You're failing a class in school. God is with you. You didn't get the part maybe that you wanted in that play or that spot on the team. God is with you. You're scared about what's happening in the world right now? God is with you. You are not alone. You aren't left to figure this life out on your own. You have God with you. Jesus changed the way we saw God. He gave us a new way to understand God and relate to Him. John chapter 8, verse 12, Jesus said this about Himself: I am the light of the world. Light helps you see what you didn't see before, which is exactly what Jesus did for us with God. Now, I know that 2020 has been a rough year and not one we probably would have signed up for back in March. But I think this Christmas is the best time for us to take a second look at the way we see God, ourselves, and the people around us, and to let Jesus shine a light on an amazing promise. That the God of the universe came down to earth to show that He loves you, to show you that He cares about you, and to show you that He is with you.